unbox this Monster High doll with me while I tell you about the traumatic birth of my daughter. So, I was 6 months pregnant, barely 6 months pregnant. And I woke up one morning covered in blood. Not good. So I went to the hospital, and they had me lay in a hospital bed for 30 days because I had a placental abruption. And which basically means that my placenta was detaching from my uterine wall. So like if it was like attached up here, it detached like in the middle and stayed attached on the side. So there was like blood that was pooling and then constantly leaking out of me. So it was not fun. But they kept me in a hospital bed for 30 days, literally pumping my ass full of steroids. Lots of shots right in my butt cheeks. I also was put on magnesium a bunch of times. I developed pneumonia while in the hospital. I also developed preeclampsia and gestational diabetes. So I had a lot going on. Not fun. And it was about 30 days of that. And then one day my doctor comes in, and if you stay in the hospital long term, your doctor does not come and check on you every day. So I hadn't seen her for a little bit, and she comes to check on me, and I'm just like, hey, when can we be done? I'm literally like blown up like a marshmallow. I look like the Michelin Man. And I'm not doing good. I don't feel good. And I'm like, I'm only 31 weeks pregnant at this point, but I'm like, how long do we keep me like this? Because I feel like I'm suffering at this point, and I don't know how well Almond is doing. But she looked at me, she looked at my chart, she looked at everything, she goes, today. And she took my breakfast burrito away from me, which I know I can't eat or drink before surgery, but whatever, because I had to have a C-section also. So, because I did not get far enough in my pregnancy, so Almond was still head up. So they take me in for the C-section, and they roll me into the room with all like the surgery room stuff, and they sit me up and they numb my back, and then they do a spinal something that completely numbs my whole body from the chest down, which, as an autistic woman, I started to panic immediately. Couldn't feel my body. So then they gave me something called groovy juice. And that's what they kept saying. They're just like, oh yeah, we're going to give you a little groovy juice. It will help you calm down. It'll help you relax. So they gave me groovy juice, and I'm laying there like this, like Jesus. And they start doing the C-section, and I start panicking even more, so they give me more groovy juice, and the next thing I know, I wake up in postpartum. No baby. And I was like, what happened? Well, turns out, groovy juice was ketamine. And they pumped me full of ketamine to the point that I fell in a K-hole, and I was unconscious for about 10 minutes. I have photos of me and my daughter, like, when she came out, but I was not there. I was not there. I remember none of it. I feel like Dr. Doofenshmirtz's mom.
It all began on the day of my actual birth. Both of my parents failed to show up.
I missed my own daughter's birth. And then they had me upstairs in postpartum, and my bed was super comfy. It was very padded, very nice. Turns out it was padded because I was on seizure watch. And it was padded so that if I had a seizure from all the magnesium, then it would, I wouldn't smack my head on the bed. I was just like, oh, fun. So for 24 hours, I was stuck in the postpartum bed on magnesium and could not get up. So not only did I miss my daughter's birth, I also I missed her whole birthday. I didn't meet her for 24 hours after she was born. And then, after all that, I was discharged a little bit later. But little Almond was in the NICU for 55 days. The only thing I enjoyed about that was the craft time. They had lots of crafts for us to do. But, yeah, that was bad. It was bad. So, literally for like over 4 months, we were in the hospital. But now we're home. She is 2 years and 3 months old and doing great. But I never want to do that again. Doll!